What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. I'm Lauren Neidigh. I'm about to get sued by Laura Owens' attorney, and I am still smiling so big. And don't worry, you were going to find out why. Man, dude. It's been a awesome week, despite all this crap going on with the guy false copyright striking me and blatantly lying because I did not monetize the video. I, in the video, have evidence that I referred people to the source and said that I didn't want to take away from him telling his own story, skipped over bits of it that weren't relevant to the case that I was trying to critique. So good luck, David. I mean, we are going to go to court. Let's be clear about that. But I'm going to talk about that in a stream after this one. This is about Mike. All right. So I want to make this about Mike. It's going to be kind of a short stream. I'm going to read his bar complaint. And then I have something insane to share with you guys. You're not gonna believe it. I can't believe it. You'll find out soon enough. Right after this, I'm gonna grab some breakfast real quick. I'll probably take a 10-15 minute break, and then I'll come back for another stream. But trust me, you will not want to miss it because it's gonna be fucking crazy. But this is it's been an interesting birthday for sure. My birthday was kind of yesterday, kind of today, because I'm in Australia. I'm 16 hours ahead of home, time zone wise, and it's just crazy. Anyways, after this stream, like I said, I'll take a short break, and you might not want to go anywhere because I'm gonna blow some shit up. It's gonna be nutty. It is 7:50 a.m. here in Australia, and I need my Red Bull. So, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. By the way, I've been seeing them. I've been so busy. I had that convention the last 2 days. So, Jennifer, thank you. Thank you for the 13. Appreciate you. Natalia, thank you for the 5. And Karen Carson, thank you for the 2. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Oh, God, we got a big morning this morning. And then after that, I could spend the whole day in Sydney. So, you've never seen somebody who's about to get sued be so happy. This is ridiculous. Okay, so right now I want to focus on Mike and Mike's bar complaint. I know David said he was going to make a video about that later. And I'm not going to critique David's video this time because I'm in Sydney and David is going to have to find somewhere else to workshop his monologues. I'm very busy. So I'm just going to read the complaint to you straight. So not going to comment too much on it. I just want to get through it because this is about Mike. This is not about David. It's not about Laura. It's about Mike and what he went through. And technically, yes, it involves David, but still, it's about Mike. K McBizrunner, thank you for the 50. Oh my God, that's crazy, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish I could send you a card or something, dude. Hey Jim, how's it going? All right. So I have copied and pasted this into a Google Doc. I have the contents of the bar complaint. I need to check with my source because I saw that Ian Runkle had messaged or tweeted back at me saying that he wanted a copy, and I'm happy to do that as long as the source is okay with it. I just have to make sure because I will never do or share anything without permission. I will never dox anybody, anything like that. I just got to make sure everyone's cool with it, and then I'd be happy to though because that guy's cool. I like to watch his stuff sometimes too. All right, Darcy, thank you for the 20. I appreciate you. Let me share my screen real quick. But as always, I try to pop these things into a Google Doc or something. I don't want to share emails. I don't want to reveal any sources or anything like that. So you can trust that this is definitely, this is legit. I know it looks like it's copy pasted for sure, but it's legit. This is the actual bar complaint. So, Mama Mia, thank you for the 690. Happy birthday from Israel. Oh my gosh, what time is it where you are? Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Gay. Wanders 13, is Judge Mata's bar complaint available somewhere? I do not have that. Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. So, you guys can probably read this okay, hopefully. But let me just get through this real quick, okay? I'm going to read through it, and then I'll read the rest of your comments. I'll try to make sure I get to you guys, because I really appreciate all the happy birthday wishes and stuff like that. So, Okay. My name is Michael Marraccini. I'm a resident of California and was a subpoenaed witness for the trial of Owens v. Echard, which took place before Judge Mata on June 10th, 2024. And guys, I'm sorry again, my video and audio quality not going to be great. Hopefully I'm not cutting in and out too much, but if you are seeing it stutter a lot, just let me know. I am formally notifying the State Bar of Arizona about the disturbing conduct of Attorney David Gingras and his behavior in this matter and requesting intervention. Based on postings online, it appears that there have been other recent complaints filed regarding Mr. Gingras as his behavior has impacted others. Please note this complaint and the extreme harassment that happened to me by Mr. Gingras is distinct from what may have been reported in recent weeks where he, 1, posted derogatory comments on his social media referring to people involved in this case as special ed, 2, announcing his lawyering to a cage fighter named Conor McGregor, 3, announced that he has somehow been responsible for lawyers being disbarred and incarcerated, 4, publicly disparaged medical experts involved in the case by tweeting that their work product was a soft 2. Look up the vile definition on Urban Dictionary. 5, threatened to make reporters homeless and announced eagerness to read their obituaries. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit, guys, because this might be kind of small for you to, yeah, because I'm on my laptop. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you, Reg Angel. Hit the like for Lawrence's birthday. Ziani, what was the date of this filing? I believe it was within the last couple of weeks. So that's my speculation. I would have to go back and look at the source, and to be honest, I don't want to dig through my stuff right now. Okay. In the days and weeks leading up to the Owens Echard trial, and I love how Mike accidentally says Mr. Gringus. Sorry. Mr. Gingras took to unilaterally harass me on the internet, publish private information about me on his personal Twitter and blog, post photos of me, and threaten to have me arrested. His incendiary and personal comments about me, a reluctant witness in this case, and threats have been devastating to me and my family. His efforts to intimidate me into not appearing to testify, despite being subpoenaed, was witnessed by thousands of people online. Mr. Gingras then, in person, tried to have me arrested on June 10th, 2024, in violation of laws prohibiting witness intimidation. His efforts to witness tamper were witnessed by court staff and security personnel. Contact information below. So he did, he knew that Mike was going to testify, and the judge had already ruled against, his motion to exclude Mike's testimony. So he did that on purpose. Sorry, guys. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. The details herein are not conjecture. They are documented because Mr. Gingras broadcasts himself as a First Amendment attorney, which to him seems to mean he has a free pass to threaten and bully people with impunity. Mr. Gingras overtly and deliberately threatened or tried to intimidate me into not testifying against his client. He posted personal information about me online. He made disparaging comments online. His social media postings, as you will read, and his behavior at the courthouse, which court officers and other witnesses will confirm, were intended to bully me into not appearing at trial. Specifically, 1, Mr. Gingras harassed me by posting his personal Twitter and blog, a full deposition transcript from a proceeding I was involved in 2018, and the entire restraining order his client obtained against me. And let me tell you, that deposition did not make David and Laura look better. I don't really know what the purpose of that was. Yes, in response to me being listed as a witness by Mr. Echard, and after the court denied his motion in limine to exclude my testimony, Mr. Gingras opted to publicly harass and threaten me on his personal social media. And let me tell you guys, the bar, whether or not the bar does something about this, it doesn't make it any better. If the bar decides they don't want to discipline this man for what he's done to this victim of his client, that doesn't matter to me, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I worked in mental health for a long time. I've been working multiple healthcare jobs right now. I work 3 different jobs, and that does not include YouTube, because not everything I do is monetized. It's not about the money. I care about the people that his client has affected. I sympathize with them because I've been through some of the same things. And having been through some of the same things as her victims, like many of you, I, could smell her bullshit from 100 miles away. So, whether or not the bar decides to act on this, I just want everyone to know that it's still not okay. Even if the bar doesn't act on it, it does not make this behavior okay. And if you want to be on Twitter and you want to build a YouTube channel, you do have to answer to the public, especially when you clown on people like this. It's ridiculous. All right. Number 2, Mr. Gingras then posted photos of me without my consent on his personal Twitter and blog in further effort to intimidate and embarrass me. This was coupled with demanding I talk to him man-to-man with him. Officers of the court do not torment and bully like the MMA fighter he compares himself to. Number 3, Mr. Gingras threatened to have me arrested if I showed up at court and honored the subpoena. He made these threats on his personal Twitter and his blog by publishing court filings. He then tried to make good on these threats, where his erratic behavior was witnessed by court staff and security. So David can try to write this off like it doesn't matter, but he really should apologize, dude. If he apologized, I don't know. I can't speak for Mike. I mean, I haven't been through what Mike's been through with these people. Like, David's annoying to me and he's, wrongfully trying to sue me, but still, even then, like, Mike's been through hell and back, and so I can't speak for Mike. But as far as the public goes, as far as public opinion goes, an apology acknowledging that behavior, whether or not the bar decides to act on this, an apology is pretty much the only thing that's going to bring this man back into anything resembling a favorable light. So that's my opinion. I to B, thank you for the 7 or the, yeah, okay. I was like, what is DKK? But thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay. Carrie, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. And thank you for being here. If you're just sitting here watching this, thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you have money and you're like donating for my birthday, that's fucking amazing. But I just appreciate everyone being here, chatting. And I'm going to go back like after the stream's over and of course read everyone's happy birthday messages and stuff like that. So don't think that like I don't notice and don't appreciate it, please, because I really do. I gotta tell you, I've never had that much support before. I mean, I've always had, a good group of friends and family and stuff like that, but this is like an overwhelming amount of support. So that's something special. And I want to make sure you guys know that I appreciate you being here, even if you're just sitting in your kitchen listening to this while you're like making breakfast or something. Like, that's fucking cool, man. Thank you. All right. I think I read number 3 already, but I'm going to read it anyways. Mr. Gingras threatened to have me arrested if I showed up at court and honored the subpoena. He made these threats on his personal Twitter and his blog by posting court filings. Yeah, I read that. Okay. Mr. Gingras acted aggressively at the courthouse on June 10th. I was not alone thinking he appeared to be hyper-aggressive and was literally running around the courthouse. I'm attaching the correspondence to the court and court security, as well as his bogus claims that the court would be complicit in violating federal law by having me testify. It is as if he manufactured a legal argument when he was called out for threatening to have me arrested and his unilateral antics online. Antics online. Sorry, guys. Voice crack. Wow. And if you can hear that like high-pitched wind sound, it's my laptop heating up. Obviously, I'm not at home, so, I don't have my actual computer that I use to stream most of the time. I'm just working with what I got right here. Okay. Background. For a little more context, though I trust this is not the first you have heard of Laura Owens / Mr. Gingras, I was subpoenaed to testify as a witness in the Echard matter. Mr. Echard was the victim of pregnancy fraud by Laura Owens. Other victims were invited to testify, including myself by subpoena and witness. Gregory Gillespie, contact info below. Ms. Owens faked medical records. This is not an allegation. It was admitted, in addition to faking multiple pregnancies. I was a victim in 2016 and was supposed to testify regarding the same. Specifically, I was to discuss how Owens lied about ovarian cancer and pregnancy matters during my relationship with her, and then that she would falsify abuse allegations to obtain orders of protection. And dude, this guy was like he was in this for a long time, and he went through so much, and I feel terribly for him. Like I feel terribly for all of them, but god damn, it's so sad what this guy's still going through because of her. All right. I was contacted by Echard's attorney, Mr. Woodnick, who also arranged for Greg Gillespie to testify regarding the common history. Mr. Gingras contacted my California attorney, Randy Sue Pollock, contact information below, who will confirm that he was hostile with his communications. Not surprising, given what we know about his communications with Greg Woodnick. So, and that's just from what we've seen in like the filings and all that. So, give me one sec, guys. I want to see if I don't know if I have the attachments. Let me just double check. I might not, but that's okay. Okay, I don't have the attachments, but I'm still going to read, the rest of the complaint, obviously. But there is some stuff referenced here that I don't have access to, so that's fine. Okay. I was contacted by Echard's attorney, Mr. Woodnick, who also arranged for Greg Gillespie to testify regarding the common history, and then we read that about the hostile communications. At first, I was reluctant to get involved, his hostility being concerning, but was subpoenaed to testify. I was encouraged by Echard's attorney to talk to Mr. Gingras so he could hear about my experience with his client and the fraud. Mr. Gingras then tried to get me to talk directly to his client, who has an active restraining order against me. This was strange and concerning and seemed like he was setting me up to violate a court order. I had no desire to talk to Ms. Owens for all of the reasons addressed in court. I knew his request was grossly inappropriate, as Randy Pollock will confirm. Yikes, dude. Yikes. Hey, Bales, thank you. I appreciate it. Karen Kirsten, I'm impressed with how cool and calm Woodnick has remained throughout the circus Dingus is creating. He is probably sitting back taking notes while dipshit buries himself and his client. I mean, he does seem to, keep it all together. I mean, the guy's pretty cool in my opinion. I met him on June 10th in the courtroom. He approached me after the trial, like very briefly, just to say, we need to talk about my hairline. Because I was right behind him and Clayton and Isabel and Deandra, and I had a clear view of the back of his head. Let me tell you, I understand, because I actually have a little bit of a bald spot right here, and that sucks because I'm a girl. But it is what it is, man. We all just kind of live with it, I think. Teresa, thank you for the 20. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a mod. The Magdalorian, thank you for the 20. I really appreciate it. I deleted my comment on YouTube after I said I'd believe them if I could see surgery notes from her ovary removal and IP address evidence. No need for a response since just deleted the comment. Of course he did, dude. Of course he did. And that's why so you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in the second stream that I'm going to do pretty shortly after this one. But remind me to tell you why they will not sue me for defamation, but they are now baiting me into this copyright thing. Because I can tell you exactly why. And it's not going to work. I mean, we're going to have to go to court, but it's not going to work. Cat Lady Ballerina, thank you for the 5. Now we know why Ding Dong only shared the first part. That's correct. That's accurate. So, guys, I also want to say, like, I have a feeling that David is going to kind of poke fun at the grammar and spelling in this complaint. And to be honest, like, that will frustrate me because I feel like he will, like, look down on Mike for that. But, like, the thing is, like, and I say this to a lot of people, like, being more, correct with your grammar or your words and being more articulate with your words does not make you a better person. It doesn't even make you a smarter person. Honestly, we all have our strengths. So, like, there's some errors in this document, but somebody who's, like, been emotionally tortured by this man and is doing their best to kind of express that, it's already hard enough to do that, right? So there's going to be some typos here, and the only reason I'm pointing that out is because this guy is probably going to be a dick about it. You can count on it. I mean, he's a dick about everything, pretty much. And it sucks because I was actually being really nice about his like new YouTube stuff and saying like I don't want to take away from him telling his personal stories about his cat and stuff like that. I was saying how I like the cat, how I would actually listen to him play the guitar, and then he went and he turned on me. But we all know he was baiting me anyways, so I just want to point out it's not okay for him to write off Mike because of these, you know, typos or whatever. And if he wasn't such an asshole, I wouldn't even have to say that. So I'm just going to read it for the substance, yeah? Rogue Mama, hey, what's up? How you doing? Special KL, thank you, Lauren, for not backing down. Thank you. Thank you. No, make no mistake, I will go to court. I don't know how. I'll figure it out when I get home from Australia, but I will go to court. I will not back down. No, I'm done with this man and his client steamrolling over everybody with their threats. Okay, I'm calling it out. I have proof that he lied, and I'm going to show it. Okay, so my voice will be heard in court, and that's fine by me. I'll figure it out whatever way I have to do, you know? All right. My bad. Still a little sleepy, guys. I got up early this morning so I could do this, but I don't actually have to do anything until 1 p.m., which is like 5 hours from now, so still a little jet lag. Okay. I intended on speaking with Mr. Gingras about my experience with Owens. Gain, as my attorney, Miss Pollock will confirm, on the eve of that phone call, Gingras then publicly and unilaterally harassed me through Twitter and his personal blog and shared complete transcript of a deposition I did in 2018, maligned me, and posted a picture of me online. I promptly wrote Mr. Gingras an email outlining my thoughts on the same, attached, to try to explain to him why I didn't want to communicate with him nor feel safe due to his aggressive and threatening behavior. Instead of apologizing for his efforts to humiliate me and bully me into not participating, Mr. Gingras increased his hostility and publicly accused me of faking Miss Owens' medical records. He maliciously accused me of manufacturing 2,500 records in this case. Again, I am not even a party to this and was subpoenaed to be there. He publicly accused me of fraud online. To insulate myself from his unilateral attacks on me online, I provided my computer to a computer forensic expert who confirmed, of course, that I had not fabricated records as Gingras publicly and falsely accused me of doing. That's wild, man. And Mike, like, I had the pleasure of meeting Mike on June 10th, and unfortunately, we didn't get to talk for very long because he was sitting right behind me. Like, what a nice guy. He seems like a really gentle, caring soul. And I talked to his wife as well, and she was very cool. Like, I'm so glad that they found each other because she seems great. I'm glad that he escaped this, but I am very sad for him that he has to be pulled and dragged back into it because his client will, this guy's client will not let go. She is intent on ruining Greg's life, Mike's life, Clayton's life, anybody that she can who wronged her by committing the crime of not wanting to date her. It's insane. All right? And I'm going to say this, even though he doesn't deserve it, I'm going to say this for David Gingras. One last piece of unsolicited advice. As a layperson, as somebody who's not an attorney, if you want to win over the public, if you want to do better for yourself and your client, you have to stop talking to people like this. And you have to apologize when you make a mistake. If you own up to it and you apologize, it'll go a long way. I don't think you deserve it, but it might go a long way. Because you even had me fooled for a second, man. Like, I was ready to give you a chance to turn shit around. I was like, okay, this guy says he's a dick in writing. Maybe he is just a dick in writing. You know what I mean? And then he went and he got my video taken down on my fucking birthday, no less. Thank you, dude. And he's going to take me to court. And for providing non-monetized commentary on his non-monetized video, he thinks he can take me for $150,000. And let me tell you what, even if he were to win somehow, I would rather lose to him in court than roll over now. because this man deserves to face the consequences of his actions. He deserves to face the consequences of his abusive behavior. He can be better. We've seen it, literally seen it. He can be better. He just chooses not to. So I make no apologies for not giving in. Karen Carson, thank you for the 5. We support you in your truth because it's our truth. DG and LOR. Gods. Here's a typo. Foodingus. Oh, I get it. Okay. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you. All right. Let's get through the rest of this, eh? Mr. Gingras then emailed my attorney, Randy Pollock, to tell her that he was going to have me arrested if I attended the trial. That is clear witness intimidation. That's clear witness intimidation. This was troubling as the judge specifically ruled that I was able to testify as he was denied his motion in I know I'm not saying it right. I say lemine. And then for a while I was just saying lemonade. It's lemony, I think. Is it lemony? But like I said, I'm a lay person and I'm not afraid to say that, like, I don't understand every single, minute legal detail in these things. And that doesn't make me dumb. I'm just good at what I'm good at. I'm good at what I've studied. I'm not embarrassed. I was also made aware because of his Twitter post that he had filed something saying he asked law enforcement at the courthouse to arrest me if I showed up on the 10th. I was petrified. I mean, this guy knew all of this before he showed up at court, and he still did it. He still showed up and tried to do his part. Ultimately, he did not get to testify because of time constraints, but he still tried to do his part to help guys that he had never met before all this happened, get justice and to make sure that they didn't suffer the way that he did. If that doesn't speak to Mike Marraccini's character, I don't know what does. So, that really says something to me. And I would love nothing more than to see this guy get justice for his situation. So anytime, any place, I would be happy to help in any way that I can. Like I said, not a lawyer, so don't know what I can really do, but I'm here for him. I am. Okay. Mr. Woodnick communicated with the court. I was included in the correspondence and I'm attaching it, letting the judge and court police know that I would be there via subpoena attached. I decided to attend. The morning of the trial on June 10th, 2024, I was already at the courthouse when I learned Mr. Gingras was trying to have me arrested so I would not walk into the courtroom to testify, as the court had already authorized. Important. As the court had already authorized. Fortunately, the law enforcement at the courthouse were wonderful, and I would encourage the bar to discuss what happened with them directly. Mr. Gingras' behavior has caused me and my family significant stress and anxiety, and I fear for the safety of my wife and child due to him unilaterally threatening and harassing me online and in person. He is a lawyer, not a PR spin doctor on a hit mission. That's one way to put it, yeah. Okay, and then he's pointing out some specific violations here. 3.1. Meritorious claims and contentions. Mr. Gingras abused legal procedure without a good faith basis by repeatedly threatening to have me arrested in his filings and his communications with the court. Mr. Gingras was aware that I had been subpoenaed and that the judge had already ruled I could testify, yet he tried to physically stop me by asking officers to arrest me from entering the courtroom. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. When I see it in writing and I read it back and I think back to that day, I'm just like, that is absolutely insane. Because I feel like, for me especially, I was so focused on getting the camera right with my buddy Scott and like getting the stream right and everything like that I wasn't paying attention to what was going on outside those doors, and I missed that. I didn't see any of that. So just thinking back to that day and realizing everything that was going on, I feel terrible for the guy. He didn't deserve this, Thank you, Pascal. Appreciate it. All right. 3.3, candor to the tribunal. Mr. Gingras knowingly lied to the court about the California restraining order, suggesting that it prohibited me from appearing in court. This is just not the law. He also failed to advise the court of my letter to him explaining my fear for his behavior towards me, including his online harassment campaign. He failed to tell the court that he tried to have me talk directly with Miss Owens. She was asking to talk to me. contrary to the same order he was using to try to have me physically stopped from going into the courtroom. Nothing in the California order prevented me from attending a trial I was subpoenaed to attend. Dude, oh, I hate that so much that she was trying to talk to him, like, because you know that she's only putting him through this because he won't talk to her. And it's terrible. Like, I can't believe this woman continues to abuse the legal system like this. And if the Arizona bar doesn't take any action, then they're doing a disservice to victims everywhere. Victims of actual abuse. Because, make no mistake, Laura Owens abused Michael Marraccini, and Mike Marraccini did not abuse Laura Owens. I mean, I can say that. That's my opinion. But even if it wasn't, like, what are you going to do? Sue me? We're already going to court, bitch. I was present for the trial and saw Mr. Gingras allow his client to lie to the court, but trust that will be addressed by the court. 3.4, fairness to opposing party and counsel. I was subpoenaed to be a witness as a former victim of Miss Owens. Mr. Gingras, knowing that I had information that was harmful to Laura, perhaps harnessing his aggressive Conor McGregor persona, tried to intimidate me into not testifying by harassing me on Twitter and his blog and threatening repeatedly to have me arrested. 3.5, impartiality and decorum of the tribunal. He threatened me. Well, that's succinct and true. 3.6, trial publicity. Mr. Gingras repeatedly tweeted and blogged about me. He posted court documents from a different case in California with Laura, posted the deposition transcript from 2018 and the restraining order against me, implying that I was some sort of monster. He also published photos and effectively doxed me and my family to harm me personally and professionally. Because of Gingras, I started getting messages from people on the internet about this case, and I still feel for my safety from Laura, her family, and those who support her. I maintain Gingras did all of this to intimidate me into not testifying against Laura, and I think that will be his downfall. That's just me saying that. I think that will be his downfall. Like, he waited until Mike was, supposed to be a witness, and then he did all this. Fuck, dude. All right. 4.1, truthfulness in statements to others. All of Gingras' tweets and blog posts about me are false and misleading. He tweeted and blogged about me being a liar and claimed I hacked Laura's phone and doctored medical records while blogging about this case in a twisted effort at getting attention. 4.4, respect for rights of others. Mr. Gingras publicly tweeted and blogged about me for no reason other than to embarrass me and intimidate me into not testifying. I mean, he's got a pretty good case here, in my opinion. But like I said, I don't speak for lawyers. I'm not a lawyer. I speak for the public. I'm a layperson. So, like, I don't speak for the public, but I speak as a member of the public. I speak as a layperson, and that's more important than I think David Gingras realizes. If you want to do well in this case, you have to win over the public. And you continue to attack them, attack us, take me to court based on a lie. So, all right. Witnesses who will confirm what occurred, in addition to the documentation attached confirming everything above. 1, Autumn Stewart, judicial assistant. 2, Sean Gibbs, director of court security. 3, Kevin McGee, court security. 4, Greg Gillespie. There's Megan Fox on here. Randy Pollock, Echard's legal team. Reality Steve. And I'm happy to discuss this further. Signed, Mike Marraccini. I thought that was well done, and he makes a great case. So, Clout Trout Goblin, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Hey, Winks, how's it going? Thank you for being a mod on my channel. I appreciate you. So that was the entirety of the initial bar complaint. I believe, and I can't say for certain, but I believe the bar reached out for more information multiple times. But like I said, I can't say that for sure. And if Mike ever wants to speak on that, he can speak on that himself. It's not my place to like dig into that really. But I thought it was well done, and I find him very believable, obviously, and I think that David deserves whatever punishment he may get. If he doesn't get one, then it doesn't change my mind. The thing is, like, even especially when we see court cases where people who are pretty obviously guilty, like don't suffer any sort of consequences, it's like the public still gets to feel how they feel. You still have to answer to the public if you want them to stop feeling a certain way. All right? So, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to end this stream, but you're not going to want to miss the next one because something pretty big was sent to me this morning. I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm going to go get some breakfast, and I'll be right back to show you, because Laura Owens' attorney, David Gingras, made a huge mistake admitting that Laura lied about having boy and girl twins. And I've got the screenshots to prove it. So thank you, David, for that birthday present. And I will see you guys shortly so we can go over that, because that's a big one. And I'm going to show some proof that she did, in fact, say that she had boy-girl twins. So I will see you guys in a bit. Give me 20 or 30 minutes. Let's say, what's about 9 o'clock my time? 9 o'clock my time is, what, East Coast time? Let me look. Sorry, guys. That's about 5 p.m. on the East Coast in the U.S. So let's say 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to show you proof that David Gingras just threw his client under the bus, stating that Laura Owens did not, in fact, learn from a doctor that she had boy-girl twins. Wow. He has fucked it. So I'll see you guys soon. Yeah? It's going to be crazy. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone here. Let me check. Yeah, I think I'm all good. I think I didn't miss anyone supers or anything like that. See you guys shortly, okay? Thank you.